Namaste students, I am Javin Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic precipitation. This topic belongs to the uh, protein precipitation and it is part of the downstream processing. It is a technique for the protein precipitation, how the techniques are used in the protein precipitation. So this topic belongs to the BSc Biotech sixth semester. So what is the precipitation? Precipitation is the for formation of a solid, formation of a solid in a solution. If there are some liquid material which are present in a solution, they are suppose that there is a tube in which a mixture is composed. Mixture is present, and in that mixture there are some molecules which are solid in nature and some are uh, liquid in nature. So we need to extract those solid particles. So we take the use of the precipitation reaction. So it is a technique for the separation of the solid particles from the chemical reaction. And solid formed is called the precipitate, and the liquid which remain above the solid is known as the supernatant. And it is a most commonly used technique in industry for the concentration of the macromolecules. It can also be employed for the removal of the certain unwanted byproducts, natural salts, organic salts, alteration of the pH temperature are also used in the precipitations. So it is a very important technique for the purification and protein purification also. How the precipitation of protein is carried out. Precipitation of protein is widely used in the downstream processing in order to concentrate proteins from a mixture from various contaminants. Protein precipitation can be non-specific protein precipitation. Example of protein specific precipitation is the affinity precipitation and ligand precipitation. Salts such as the ammonium and sodium sulfate are used for the proteins to precipitate. Uh, so we can use these salts for the precipitation, and organic solvents such as the methanol are used. Some chilled ethanol and chilled acetone are also used for the protein precipitation. Some non-ionic polymers such as the polyethylene glycol, which are also used in the protein precipitation. Salt precipitation. What is salt precipitation? That's- And solvent precipitation and the affinity. So three types are there. There are three types of precipitation: salt precipitation, solvent precipitation, and the affinity precipitation. So we need to discuss all these. First, the salt precipitation. So what is the salt precipitation? Addition of salt will cause removal of the water molecules from the surface of the product protein. So if we are adding some salts, okay, in a solution, then it will cause removal of the water, okay, and hence the all the hydrophobic ends of the products are exposed with the cause of the aggregation of the product together. Okay, all the hydrophobic molecules will and of the product will expose with which cause aggregation. Okay, so the aggregation will cause precipitation. So two fundamentals are used in the precipitation. First one is the salt in and salting out. What is the salting in? Salting in is the conducted at low concentration of the salts, and the solubility of precipitate increases. Salting out is conducted at high salt concentration, and the solubility of the precipitant it decreases. So these are the fundamentals of the salt precipitation. With the now the solvent precipitation. What is the solvent precipitation? With the help of the organic solvent that targets specific product precipitation of the protein product is achieved. Means if we are talking about some solvent which will cause the molecules to get activated and they will attach to each other, okay, and they will aggregate to each other, and their aggregation will lead to precipitation. For example, the dextran is the example. The dextran can be precipitated out by addition of the methanol. If we want to separate the dextran from the mixture, then we can add methanol. The methanol will take all of the dextran in the precipitate, and when we add chilled ethanol and acetone in a mixture, then it will take all of the proteins as a precipitate. Now, affinity precipitation. This is also a type of uh, precipitation. In what happens in the affinity precipitation? In the affinity precipitation, the proteins is free of the solution. The protein is free in the solution rather than the insoluble support. So it is free, and the ligand binding gives to this protein, we give a ligand, and when we provide a ligand, the binding of the ligand gives rise to the precipitation of the protein from a solution, which is then followed by the centrifugation. The pellet contains the protein of interest and the ligand will, whereas the other components of the mixture, they will remain in the supernatant and they will allow the super easy separation. So I must share here the screen so that you can understand about the affinity precipitation. So this is a affinity precipitation. In this affinity precipitation, the affinity is commonly based on the specificity. Affinity means the particular molecules which are need to be separated. Okay, for that particular molecules which need to be separated, we are giving a particular molecule which is specific, which will specifically bind to that particular molecule. For example, antigen antibody reaction. So this is the support. Okay, it is a support. To this support, uh, we are providing a bound binded column binded bind ligand is present, and then a particular affinity binding will lead to these molecules, which will then allow them to bind together. So it is just like a antigen antibody reaction in the ELISA. So first the soluble phase affinity will take place here, and then it will take to the reversible precipitation and dissociation of these, then and the product will be dissociated. So first here they are bound to each other. Here they are bound to each other. If we want to separate this particular molecule, then we add a particular product that will bind to that specific desired product. So it will bind it, and after that, uh, these these product will bind to each other, and then they will be dissociated. Okay, here they will be dissociated so that the protein which is desired will be separated. So it is the basic of the affinity precipitation. Some other type of precipitation are also there, such as the acid and base type, in which we use the change of the pH. Okay, we change the pH of the solution. If we change the pH of the solution, then they will get precipitated. Okay, and they will get precipitated until the isoelectric point is reached. Okay. Similarly, some ammonium salts and some sodium sulfates like salts are also added, so that the molecules which we want to separate will be precipitated. Some non-ionic polymers such as polyethylene glycol are also used for the separation of the particles, and some protein binding dyes such as the triazine dyes are also used for the separation of the particles. So I hope you have understood. What is the method of the precipitation? First method which we can apply is the salting out. We can apply a salting out method in which for example, a target protein is there, and to that target protein we add a salt solution, and then the salt solution will bind to the particular protein, and the salt will be taken out, which is known as the salting out. Okay, the salt will be precipitated at the end with protein, with the desired protein, and the protein with along with the protein will be separated out. Similarly, some isoelectric precipitation is also used, in which we use some change in the pH until the isoelectric point is reached. When the isoelectric point is reached, we can separate our protein. Some precipitation is also conducted by some miscible solvents. It is also conducted by the non-ionic hydrophilic polymers uh, such as polyethylene glycol and dextran. Flocculation is also applied in the precipitation. Uh, it is supportive to the precipitation in which we add some flocculating agents, and flocculation is conducted by the pyroelectrodiolates and alginate and carboxy methyl cellulose. So these all are added, and some another examples include which are added in the flocculation is include tannic acid, polyacrylic acid, and phosphatase, which are added. Polyvalent metallic ions are also added. For example, calcium, magnesium, manganese, these are all are added. Similarly, we can increase in the temperature. We are going to increase the temperature, the precipitation can be achieved. Similarly, the precipitation can also be achieved by the change in the pH. So these all are the methods for the precipitation. So I hope you have already understood all these things. So what in this lecture I discussed about the precipitation, what are the precipitation and their basic idea. Three type of precipitation: salt precipitation, solvent precipitation, and affinity precipitation, and some other types of were also discussed. And what is the method of the precipitation? So I hope you will understand all this. And the questions which can arise from this lecture: explain precipitation, explain the type of the precipitation, what is the method of the precipitation. So I hope you will answer all these questions. So my lecture is over here. If you have any query, you can ask me. Thank you very much.